Hello, hello, hello. Marietta back with another video. Y'all know what? I was just coming back from the city and I had a lot of times to be up there talking to people and really being able to share some good information with some folks. And I got to talking to a lady who was taking herself to the doctor and whatnot, and her son happened to be with her, and he's a grown son, and he just moved back home, and I thought that was so good and so special because he's not married to anybody, so he felt as though that it would be better for him to go home and help his mother out, far as to help her with the mortgage of the house and whatnot, and they could share the mortgage, and then they would come together and be a family and she would be protected. I thought that was the most beautiful thing in the world. Why? Because now family needs each other. Family truly need each other. And I don't want y'all to be so quick to not allow yourselves to allow your grown children to move back home. Effing so you can live with them and they're there to protect you and help you with the rent, help you with paying the mortgage, protecting the house, and helping you with things around the house, and they can save money and you can save money as well. You know your children. You know exactly who they are. You gave birth to them, so you know if they're responsible or not, if they can be the ones that can come home and help you. Or get yourself some roommates. Get yourself some roommates that you can trust, that are ready, willing, and able. Some of y'all got friends that y'all been hanging around with for years, and y'all on the phone each day talking to each other about the struggle and about how hard it is to be out here trying to pay bills by yourself and trying to make it by yourself. And like in my situation, a lot of people have told me that I need to get a dog. Well, my son is allergic to cat and dog dander. He's really allergic to pets. So me having a dog would not help me none, and I've never had a dog, so I don't want the responsibility of getting up, walking a dog, or having another mouth that I got to feed. So that's another reason why I don't want to get a dog. But trust and believe, if my grown children wanted to come home, they're always welcome to come home. There's nothing that we have been through, nothing that has been said, nothing that has been done, nothing that has damaged the relationship between me and my children that they would always be ready, willing, and able to come home. But I thank the Lord that my children have their own house so I can go visit them. I actually can go live with them. So I don't have to worry about them coming home. I can actually go live with them, and I can be in a place where I can be well taken care of if that's what I chose to do. If things really did get to the point where I got bored or I got tired of being down here on my own, I could actually rent my place out or put it up for sale and go stay with my children if that's what I chose to do. I know my children would never shut the door in my face, and vice versa. So when you meeting people that want to go home, and the gentleman told me the hardest thing he was having was dating while living with his mother was one of the hardest things that he had ever had to do. Why? Because you get a lot of women, y'all out there hollering about you live with your mother, you're not no good, this, that, and the other thing. I beg to differ. He was a very nice young man. I would have loved to have him as a son-in-law if my daughter was looking for a husband. He's the perfect type of man that would be the nice man to bring home. He was a working man. He drove truck. He left his apartment to come home to help take care of his mother and to make sure she was well taken care of. And he come in the door being responsible and ready, willing, and able to help take the weight off of her as far as the finances of what she got to go through. So I think that's a beautiful thing. But to have a man that has to go through that and then have to deal with women out here in this street hollering about oh, you live with your mother. Oh, remember before they used to talk about that. If a man lived with his mother on the couch, it was a bad thing. Now that's where he need to be. That's where he need to be, protecting his mother. And so that's what he wants to do, and that's what he feels as though it's best for him to do right now, is to go home and go get back in that basement and be able to save some money and stack some money up. I applaud him. I salute him. I thank God for him. I would just love for my son to be coming home and be able to come here and stay with me at any given time he would want to. He would be welcome. He would be welcome. And y'all men, forget about what these women got to say out here in the street, because half of these women can't take care of their own self, and half of them don't understand what a good man even look like. They done passed up every good man that done come their way. Because of that situation. When you've been in certain situations and you've been married before, I get it. I understand that. Maybe you want to be by yourself. But a lot of women are looking for good men, and they don't understand what a good man is. A good man is not that man that is out there in the street drinking and partying and finger popping and all of that kind of stuff. The good man is that one that wants to take care of his mother because he wants to take care of you. The good man is that one that wants to be home in the evening so he can love you and be there with you and help you get in that kitchen and cook and clean. That one that wants to be right there doing family things and then go to work and don't mind paying the bills. Just because he's living in his mom's basement don't mean he's a bad man. It's one thing if he was on the couch and not contributing. Then you might want to see what his disability is. But if he's working, going back and forth to work, and he's just there to protect his mother and make sure she's safe, that means he would make sure you're safe. A lot of women say they want a priest, a provider, and protector in their house. But that does not mean that he got to pray for you 24/7 while you don't pray for him. That don't mean that he's supposed to protect you and you not protect him. Meaning a lot of y'all leave y'all man uncovered because of the fact you don't protect him, because of the fact that you walk out that door and you might be out there being disrespectful. You might be out there doing things that's unseemly or things you ain't got no business, and then he got to almost lose his life to protect you. Or you may be out there just because he can provide don't mean he got to provide everything. You got to be able to participate in that relationship somewhere and provide something in that relationship. You can't just show up in that man's life with breast and vagina and think that's all he wants or think that's all that it takes to build a relationship, especially in this day and time, because ain't none of that going to pay the bills. Ain't none of that going to pay the rent. Ain't none of that going to pay that mortgage payment. These people want some money. They want money right now. Right now, this economy is being driven by nothing but cash. If you ain't got no money, cash is king. Cash is king. You got to have some money in this economy. So you can't just roll up in a man's life nowadays, and hard as it is out here, and think that he's supposed to pay everything and anything. Now, you got some men out there that are qualified that may still be out there doing that, but the average man can't afford to pay everything in this economy. And this economy the way it is right now, he needs a helpmate. He needs somebody who's going to work with him, somebody who's not going to stress him out, somebody who's going to help keep peace in the home, somebody who's going to love him and be able to speak to him with respect and dignity. Somebody's going to see him for more than just a paycheck. He ain't a cash cow. He not your ATM machine. He's your husband. Preferably that's what he'd be, husband. But see, the problem is we done got so used to shacking up and we got so used to just walking out of relationships whenever we get ready to. We don't see the value of a man who wants to take care of his mother. We don't see the value of a man who wants to protect his mother's house. We don't see the value of a man who has been raised right, and we got to a place now where we call right wrong and wrong right, and then we want to look at that like he's a wimp or he's a simp or he's this and that because of the fact that he wants to take care of his mother. But you want him to take care of you. You want him to take care of you. So I really believe that we need to evaluate how we moving at this time. Ladies, evaluate how you moving at this time. Now, if you're one of those ones that you would rather take care of yourself and you want to be the head honcho in your house, then you stay in your house by yourself. But for a man, or I'm talking about a real man, a manly man that loves his wife, but he still needs you to participate in that marriage. He still needs you to add something in that marriage. He still wants to make sure your mother and his mother are well taken care of. He's not one of them type that's going to leave his mother on the side of the road or your mother either. Mothers need the love of their sons now. They need their sons back home. They need their sons with them, especially if you got an elderly mother who's left out there all by herself. Don't leave her out there for the wolves to get. Don't leave her out there unattended. Don't leave her out there unprotected. She didn't do that to you. If she was a good mother and she took care of you and she raised you, not trying to guilt trip nobody into taking care of their mother, but the point of it is you should want to take care of her. You should want to look after her if she looked after you. Now, I'm not talking about no crazy mess. I'm not talking about nobody that's just done dogged you or beat you down or you can't be in their presence because of the fact that it's unsafe. But I'm talking about just this gentleman went home to his mother to take care of her because of the fact that the world is so crazy right now. He didn't want to see nothing happening to her. She was not able to really move on her own. Matter of fact, she was on a walker. When I saw her today, she was on a walker, but looking just as beautiful as she possibly could be. It made me miss my mother. I'm going to throw it out there. I miss my mother. My mother left this life at 87 years old. God knows I wish she'd have been able to be here to see how well I've done for myself after I got out of that divorce and after the 20 years that I've been raising other people's kids. She would be able to see that I'm still here and I made it. I made it. Y'all might say, you made it to what? I made it to the Spirit of the Lord. I made it the fact that I made it to the cross. I made it to, I don't care nothing about the material things. Y'all might say, well, oh, she thinks she made it, but she live in a trailer. Oh, she thinks she made it, but she only got an acre full of land in the boondock somewhere. That's not even what I'm talking about. Material things don't mean that I made it. Material, what that means is no matter what I went through and how hard it was, how much pain I went through and how much I lost my mind out there, God covered me and he kept me in my right mind, and I made it to the cross. I made it to the foot of Jesus. I made it to be able to lay at the hem of his touch, the hem of his garment, because that way I was protected. So that's what I mean by protection. A lot of y'all got it twisted. Y'all think y'all material things on this earth is what protects you and what is going to take care of you. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. It's having the Spirit of the Lord working in you, that you know how to be loving and caring and respectful to somebody else, and that you are willing, ready, and able to give up your life, to lay down your life for somebody else's. Because like I said, when I adopted the young man I got in the house, my son, I was to a place where I knew the job was going to be rough when I took it. When I gave my 20 years after being divorced to raising other people's kids, I knew the job was going to be rough when I took it. A lot of people say, well, why aren't you married? I'm married, oh, glory, hallelujah. I was married to Christ. God gave me a job. He gave me a job and he put me on assignment. I wasn't interested in looking at no man, because God was always at the forefront of whatever it is I did. He had me taking care of children, and there was not a plan for a man. There was only a plan for the man, and the man wanted me to take care of the children of the world. So that's exactly what I did. He laid down his life for me, so I laid down my life for them. Now this last one is almost grown. He's almost grown, and I pray that God would allow me to see him to his 18th birthday, that then I'll be able to make sure he's in a safe place, and then I can just be mom and go ahead and live my life. And at that point, I can be an empty nester, because I'm too old to be lifting a grown man and trying to bathe a grown man and trying to take a grown man here and take a grown man there. No, I'm not interested in that. Just like right now, when it comes down to having a man looking after your mother, it would be better to have your son looking after you than have a stranger looking after you, or you feel as though that you got to entangle yourself with some joker just so you can have somebody to look after you and protect you as we go through these rough times that we're headed down. So our sons going home to their mother, my take on it is, sons, if you can go back home to your mother to look after your mother, go back home to look after your family. Y'all come together as a family, even if it's sons and daughters, mothers and daughters, mothers and fathers, sons and daughters, fathers and sons, fathers and daughters, or come back home as a family, and everybody can come back home to be able to protect each other and to be able to get in the same house where y'all all be able to eat, and that everybody can keep a roof over their head, so that nobody have to lose their sanity in the midst of everything that's going on today. Because like I said, a lot of people think that we're moving in fear. No, we're not moving by fear. We're moving in faith. We're moving in faith. This is not even a man-made thing. This is a God thing. This is a God thing. We're doing a God thing. And God says whenever the family needs to come together, it's time for us to come together as a family. That's when we unite as a family. And I ain't got to know you to be in your family. I can come to your family if you're willing to help take care of me. I can come right on in your family and be Aunt Mary. Sit on down and be respectful and loving. Put all the bills on the table. Everybody pay their share. Pay your share. Pay your share and be all right paying your share. You got to get to a place with that. But sons, in this season, go on home. Go home to your parents if you can. If you can go home and take care of your mother, take care of your father, go home and do so. Don't worry about what these women got to say, because half of these women, like I said, half of these women out here wish to God that they could go home as well, and they need to go home and take care of their mothers as well. But if you being a mama's boy to them, then be a mama's boy for 200. Be a mama's boy for 200 in this season. And love your mother and take care of your mother, and don't worry about what these women got to say. Don't worry about what they got to say, because a lot of them are thinking backwards. They don't have a clue of how beautiful that is to have a man that knows how to take care of his mother, who is a priest, a provider, and a protector, and knows how to take care of you and knows how to love you the right way in the process, because that's how they learn. That's how they learn. That's how they learn. And families may have to come together in this season. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I've never seen nothing wrong with it. I've never seen nothing wrong with a man taking care of his mother, as long as he knew how to take care of himself. As long as he knew how to provide an income also for himself. That's the only thing that goes on with that. So, y'all stop downing these men. Stop downing these men because they want to take care of their mothers. That's an old school way of thinking. They should have went out the door a long time ago. You should want him to take care of his mother. I look at it like any man that don't take care of his mother, he ain't going to take care of me. If he can disrespect her, he'll disrespect you. If he's not going to treat her like nothing, because if you want to know how much he's going to love you, look how he loved the women in his family. Look how he treat them. Look how he treat his daughter. Look how he treat his mother. Look how he treat the people in his own family, his aunties, his uncles. I mean, his aunties and his nieces and his sisters. Look how he treat the women in the family. You'll know if he's a good man or not by how he treat them. But if he can't stand them, eventually he ain't going to be able to stand you. If he talk to them any kind of way, after a while he's going to think he can talk to you any kind of way. He might show his good side for a little while. That's why I say it's better to watch and see how they handle the women in their family, because time is the revealer of all things. In time, it will be revealed how he's going to treat them, and that'll show you how he's going to treat you. So don't be so quick to tell that man not to take care of his mother, or to down him for taking care of his mother, or call him a simp because he's taking care of his mother, because the minute you stop him from taking care of his mother, you done already just sowed a seed that he ain't got to take care of you. You've been sowed a bad seed. You would definitely been sowed a bad seed. And right now we living in a time where mothers need their sons, sons need their mothers, and vice versa. Family needs to be with family. Family needs to support family. Family needs to come together and take care of family. Family needs to learn how to love each other. Family needs to learn how to work together. And that's just the way it is, and I don't see no way it get no better no time soon. And if and so y'all are thinking that the rents are too high now and the mortgages are too high now and buying stuff is too high now, the only way you're going to capitalize off of what's going on now and be able to survive in this situation right now is you need a couple pocketbooks to help paying them bills. You need a couple people to come together to help pay these bills. I may have to eventually look for a roommate, or a couple of them. I may have to even rent out a couple of these rooms I got here. Out of all these, I got two rooms, a great big pole barn right here, and 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms in the house that I can rent out. I mean, I may have to look at letting some people come in, but it's just a point I got to be careful. Like you said, I would know. Prayerfully, they be family. Be it be church family, be it be blood family, be it be family or friends that I've met that I call family. Or I may have to rent this out and go stay with somebody because it's just me on this big piece of property. I may just rent it out and just go stay with somebody else. You never know. You never know what life throws at you. You know, me and my son might go live with somebody else, or we may bring somebody in to stay with us. We don't know. But just know that if you have to go live with your family, my son may be coming home. My grandson might be coming home. I don't know who might be coming to stay with me. But I love my grandkids. I love my sons. I love my children. My children love me. So we may have to work out something down the road depending on how things go. But in the meantime, I'm chilling. I'm comfortable. I feel good. But I would have no problem with going to stay with my son. If it got to a place where it was too much for me, I would pack my stuff and go stay with my son. And the beautiful part about that, you raise your children right. You don't have to raise them all over again. My son would open his door for me with open arms. My daughter would open their doors for me, and they would let me in. Just simple as that. So, with that being said, I want y'all to think about opening your doors for your grown kids. Would you allow your grown kids to come back home in the midst of what we're going through, even if they're not going through nothing out there and they just want to come back home to take care of you? Maybe at this time they feeling anxiety and stress and they don't want to see nothing happen to you, and they want to be able to stack up some money and save some money too. Why should they be out there depleting their money, giving it to somebody else, when, say, mom, you got a mortgage of $1,500 or $1,800 and you got your grown son come home and he gives you $800 or he gives you half of that mortgage? That means you got half of that money that you can put back in your pocket, that you can now start getting ahead as he started getting ahead. Y'all got to start looking at things like that and stop looking at things like as if to say, I don't want to live with nobody. I'm not helping nobody support no vision. I'm not going to pay nobody nothing. This is not the season for you to act like that, because if you're going to act like that, homeless will be your portion. Homelessness will be your portion. You will keep your arrogant, disrespectful self right out there in them streets. And I'm going to tell you this, for somebody who's been homeless before, if you lay your head on that concrete enough, you will be ready to work with somebody. And then this is why y'all getting forced outdoors right now. This is exactly why everybody's getting forced outdoors, because see, the head already knows that if they destroy the head, the body gonna follow. If they destroy your head by laying your head on these sidewalks, by having your head all stressed out and all flustered about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, you'll get rid of all that stinking thinking. All that stinking thinking got to be broken and it's got to go someplace. So that's what's going on and that's what's happening. And you'll be ready to work with somebody when it's all said and done. And it shouldn't have to get to that point for you to be ready, willing, and ready to work with somebody when you see this situation going downhill like this. Even with my mortgage, if somebody was to come in and give me half of my mortgage, that's half of the money. I'm going to be able to keep that next $1,000 in my pocket. You know how many, if somebody pay right and they treat me right and they pay their half, I'm not talking about no sexual relationship. I'm not talking about no relationship, period. Other than just the fact of us living together. It could be another female who may need a place to stay, but are you going to pay your share of the rent? Or are you going to be, or am I going to have to argue with you about your share? Am I going to have to steer you up and down every week to worry about where the money is? If I tell you that just lay the money on the counter the first of the month, every first of the month, I should be able to go to the counter and pick the money up with no problem. The money should be there. I shouldn't have to wait until you lay it there the first couple months and all of a sudden you start talking stupid about, oh, I had to go buy my boyfriend this. Oh, I had to go fix my car this. I had to go do this and go. This is why a lot of you are going to end up outside, because the fact you don't know the as they say, you don't know what responsibility is. Responsibility ain't got nothing. No matter what I got to do, I still got to pay this mortgage payment. I don't care if my van breaks down, I still got to pay the mortgage payment. I don't care if I ain't got no food in my house, I still got to pay that mortgage payment, or I'm going to be getting out as well. So therefore, you can't just move in with these folks and think that they're going to just carry you for free. And this is the problem that people are having. I'm hearing it every day, all day. So sons, if y'all can go home and help y'all parents, especially your mothers in this season, and y'all can go home and protect her so that she does not have to feel like she's out there by herself for the wolves to get, go protect your mother. Go protect your mother. Go protect your mother. And don't worry about what any woman that don't like it, she ain't a good woman. She ain't a good woman, and she's not the woman for you. Say it the way you want to say it, and y'all feel the way y'all want to feel. This is my opinion only. This is how y'all type it in the comments what y'all feel. Do you think that a man is not a good man if he protects his mother? If he's living with his mother in this season and he went home so that he can help her with the bills so that they both can stack up some money and get ahead, he can use that money for investing. He might want to use that money to buy a property. Maybe he was in a property living by himself and he decided to rent that property out and go stay home with mom, and that way they're capitalizing all the way around. Rent the house out, because I know I could get a pretty penny for this if I rent it out. I could rent this whole house out, whole acre lot, rent the house out, 4-bedroom, rent it out with this great big pole barn right here, and go ahead and stay with my son, and I could gain a lot of money. Or I could just go ahead and put it up for sale and put my money in my pocket and help him pay bills on that end. But what do y'all feel about that? Do you think that it's wrong for a man, a grown man in this economy, to be sleeping on his mom's couch? Is that a problem? Especially when he's working and he's saving money and he's helping her save money and he's there to protect that house. Y'all type it in the comments what y'all might think, and that's my take on that. Mothers, allow your sons to come home if they want to come home. I think it's a beautiful thing. It makes my heart smile to hear it, that the sons are loving their mothers enough to go home. But ladies, all y'all that's out there that think that there's a problem with that, or y'all think that that makes him a simp, or y'all think that that makes him not to be a good man, or you don't want to date him because now he's back home helping his mother, and y'all see something wrong with that man, okay, leave him for the good woman, the woman that understands what it is to work with family and to help family, and you go find that Joe Blow that you want to be with. So that's my thought on that. Y'all type in the comments y'all thought. I'm ready, willing, and able, and love to read the comments. As y'all can see, I'm reading the comments. I'm loving it. I'm trying to respond to as many as I possibly can. I can't respond to everybody, but I try to respond as much as I possibly can to let you know that I see you and I love you. So with that being said, if and so you've not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're on our way to 20K right now, y'all. We're moving by his power. And if and so you have not turned your notification bell on, please turn your notification bell on this time so you will be notified when I drop my next video. And I want to say thank you to everybody that thought it not robbery to send me a super thanks in my last few videos. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate you, and I love you much.